Good evening. So today we're going to talk about eBay. Sorry, I lost track there. I was trying to see if my mic was on or not, and it is. I see the blue light. So we're going to talk about eBay. I've been telling people the reason that I quit selling on eBay, and I'm going to use this case as an example that I bought on the 4th, I think. Anyways, I want to go to how people get ripped off on eBay as a seller and how you rip people off as a buyer. So just for instance, you take this case right here. It says cancellation rejected. Okay, I was bidding on a Gibson Dreadnought hardshell case, and I was also getting ready to buy a Hummingbird or a Gospel. And by the time that I was trying to decide which one to buy, they'd both ended, and I didn't get to buy either one of those. So when the auction ended, I asked that seller, I reached out, I'm like, hey, the guitars that I wanted, they didn't fall through. Do you want to cancel this? You know, I don't need the case. And this is what I get. Let me make sure that I'm not putting my personal information out there. So I'm not. So here it says, it's too late to cancel this order because this item has already shipped. Okay. I sent the request like 5 minutes of the auction ending. I'm like, hey, can you cancel this transaction? I really don't need the case anymore. And that's what I got back was, it's too late to cancel the order because I've already shipped it. So that really rubbed me the wrong way, because all the man had to do is reach out and contact me and say, you know, really wish you wouldn't do that, or whatever he wanted to say. It was $121.50 with $30 shipping for a vintage Dreadnought case. Okay, so that's a great deal. I would have just paid for it, okay, even though I don't need it. All right, it's $150, right? So long story short, since this listing, I have purchased the Gold Top Tribute, the second Zakk Wylde, truss rod covers, guitar strings, EMG pickups. Right, this case, 2 more things from Stratosphere. So it wasn't about the money. It was about the seller doing what he did to me. So now let's take a look at his listing, because I was going to pay for it and teach this guy a lesson. And my wife's like, please don't do that. Just leave it go, whatever. So let's back up one more step. Because I was butt sore that he just did that, it's too late to cancel the order because I already shipped it. I haven't even paid for it yet. One of the things I said to him was, well, wow, I can't wait to get the free case. You know what I mean? Because if you already shipped it, I haven't even paid for it. So yay, I get a free case. No, he didn't ship it. So we went back and forth a little bit. And anyways, long story short, I was going to pay for this, have it shipped to me, okay, and then I was going to return it. So let's take a look at his pictures. First of all, he only has 3 pictures. So the rule of thumb on eBay or Reverb is, on eBay you get 12 pictures, on Reverb you get 24 or 25. I think 25. You get 25 on Reverb and 12 on eBay. So you could turn 12 into 24 if you do double pictures, or 4 pictures. You can do a whole lot with your pictures. But if the minimum, you got to use at least 12 pictures. Pictures sell, pictures show details. So he only took 3 pictures. Now, if I'm going to point some things out right now. So he's got a picture of the key. That's a worthless picture. That key could have been in this picture in the middle of the case. That would have took care of that picture. He's only got a picture of the top, and you can barely see one side. So let's look at this picture here. There is damage there, there's damage there, there's damage there. There's duct tape all down the side of it, okay? And then when you look at the lid, you got damage here, here, all around over there. You can't see the other side. There's the duct tape again. And then, of course, the key. So let's see what his listing says. Full description. Let's just go ahead and read this together, and then you'll understand what I mean. Standard Gibson Dreadnought case will fit essentially every Dreadnought Gibson acoustic model, including Hummingbird, which was I was looking at, or J45. I am not positive it will fit a Jumbo 200. Of course, it's not going to fit a Jumbo 200. Anyways, he does put that in there as a description. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You cannot leave it up to the buyer to ask you any questions. They're going to go based on what you got here. So in this listing, he should have continued with, it has duct tape on the side, it has nicks and dents all over, scratches. This is a vintage case that is used. He should have put a whole lot more in the description, okay? Because this is how I could have screwed this seller over. All right, so I pay for the item, he ships it to me. I get the item, the first thing I do, I file item not as described. Boom, the money that I just paid him, eBay takes back and puts it in escrow and holds it, okay? Now I have like 2 weeks to send it back, all right? And the reason that I would win this is because even though in this picture it shows the duct tape, I could say, I didn't notice it when I was looking at the listing, even though you can plainly see it, he didn't have it in the item description. I could also point it out the damage around the inside of it and on the top of it and the pictures that he did have on there. That wasn't in the description. So right off of the rip, okay, I could have won immediately. And this is why I don't sell on eBay, because they always side with the buyer, okay? You as a seller, you're dirt, all right? Because somebody else is going to take your place if you get butt sore and leave. Now, let's just say I didn't win my return item as not as described because of the things I've already pointed out, which I know that I would have won of immediately. The next thing I could have did, let's just scratch all those excuses out of the way. I could have flipped the case over, found any amount of damage on that back side of the case or on the side that you can't see. I could have even been a real dick and just take a razor blade and cut the whole back of it and take a picture and add that to me. That's the other thing. You just take little pictures of the stuff I already pointed out. But I could have destroyed his case and made him take it back and say, this wasn't in the listing. Why was there no picture of the bottom? Why does it look like this? So you could really take a seller for a ride on eBay, and that's why I stay off of eBay. So not only could I have dicked this seller over by paying for it, making him send it to me, filing the item not as described, winning it because I could come up with 100 reasons because you don't have the pictures or the description. Then they give you, I think it's like 14 days or more to return the item. So you print the shipping label out. That shows that you're serious, that you're returning it, okay? And they're not going to close the case on you. You wait till the very last day that you have to send it back, okay? Mind you, his money's in escrow, all right? So make them wait the whole time right to the very last day, and then you get it dropped off and make sure that they scan it in and it's postmarked on the last day of return policy, okay? So then the guy gets it back. Now he has, if I wanted to be the D and cut the line in the back of it, now he has a damage case, okay? And even if I didn't do that, he still got the case back. Now he has to return my full purchase plus the shipping plus return shipping. So now he has lost shipping twice, to me and back to him, okay? Whether if I damaged the case more or not, right there, that just screwed the crap out of him, right? So once he gets it back and they take the money that it cost me to ship it back, so now he's lost 2 shippings and he reimbursed me my money and he's still stuck with that case. And I wasted weeks and weeks of his time, okay? The other thing, oh man, where was I going with this? Okay, so the other thing, let's just say I wanted this case, all right? And I didn't cut a line in the back of it. Let's just put that out of the picture altogether, because I could have won that altogether just out of the description and pictures alone. Let's just say I wanted this case and it showed up because of everything I just pointed out, okay? The little stupid damages that he didn't describe in the listing. right? I could have filed the item not as described and forced the return. So now this seller is like, oh crap, man, now I gotta take it back and I'm gonna lose, what did he spend? He charged me $30 for shipping, but I guarantee you it was probably 40 or more because shipping is just outrageous now. So he's already lost money twice on shipping, all right, if he had to take it back. So here is how you get money back. So now the seller's like, I'm already out 80 bucks, you know, and it's coming back. And I got to sell it again and then try to make up that 80 bucks I lost in the shipping to and from him. All because of the negligence of not taking him pictures and not putting in the description, right, to cover your butt. So here's how you get money back. The seller already knows, well, if I have to take it back, I'm already losing that 40 bucks. So you go, well, I can keep it because you didn't have this stuff described. I'll keep it if you knock off 50, 60 bucks. So in his mind, he's going to lose that in shipping anyhow, and he'll have to resell it. So they give you a partial refund, case is closed, you got it just $60 or $80 cheaper, okay, and you didn't even have to return it. So that's why I got this case out. So this seller, wonderful seller by the way, so I'm going to send this video to that guy and to this guy because I'm not a D. Just like on that seller, I left him negative feedback. I said, as an eBay seller myself, I know he didn't ship this item in 5 minutes after I'd won the auction. He declined, you know. So anyways, I gave him negative feedback. He started crying about that and saying, oh, I'm trying to extort him or blackmail him with feedback. And I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm like, send me a request. I even told him how to do it. Send me a request to change the feedback. I'll say you're a 5-star seller and I'll rub your ass and go about my day and take my unpaid strike, okay? Just because of the purpose of the way he acted when I asked to cancel the transaction. I just paid $450 for this case. Your $120 case, I would have paid for it, okay? So anyways, this seller, really nice seller, really good communication. In the pictures, this case looked like it was just immaculate, brand new. And that's because he took the pictures too far away. And again, he only had a few pictures in there. He had more than 3, but he still just didn't have enough pictures. So if I wanted to be a D and get money back on this, I could have forced the same hand with this seller as I could have with that one by either making him take it back and making him wait and all that, if I was mad at him or something, you know, still he would have had to take this back over these kind of things like right here. In his description, I'm going to go ahead and go to the description because then you guys will understand more how I could have did the same thing on this guy. So where is that case? I bought it on, okay, right here. Let's look at his item description. I got to watch what I show you here now. So let's just go to the pictures, all right? So if you look at these pictures, the case just looks like it's absolutely brand spanking new, which I knew it wasn't, you know what I mean? This is a vintage historic art case. He did take a close-up of the handle, but see, all his pictures are real far away. So I could have did the same exact thing on this guy as I could have on that guy. Now let's look at his description. So it says, Gibson Les Paul historic case, custom art. Really nice case, but not perfect. TL case, please see pictures for condition. I do not accept returns sold as is, will ship in a guitar box, thank you. Okay, so he did say it's not perfect, all right? And he says no returns, but item not as described. In his listing, he should have said, the case is not perfect. It shows nicks, scuffs, tears, whatever, all around. And then said, see pictures. And he should have took a couple more, like in this area here. He should have took a close-up of this whole section because there is scuffs, nicks, and all this kind of stuff, all right? Little scratch there. The other thing too is right here around this edge, the Tolex is peeling back, which I will fix that because I do upholstery for a living. You guys see I'm recovering amplifiers, but this right here alone, he should also put in here, some of the Tolex is coming loose, may need re-glued, blah, 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 blah. And then he should have had a picture of that. So again, right here, if I wanted to be a real sea sucker, I could have one item not as described over this, even if they sided with him as in not perfect, you know what I mean? But again, he didn't describe the scuffs and the scratches and stuff that you cannot see in those pictures, okay? And especially this, all right? Now, I could have forced his hand on a return where he would have lost shipping to me and back to him. So whatever he charged me on the shipping, he would have lost twice, plus he would have had to refund me my original purchase price on this. And that's not me doing nothing to it. That's just slapping it back in the box and sending it back to him in a timely manner and all that. I could have made this man lose his shipping both ways, okay? Just because eBay will side with the buyer. So I'm hoping that if you're an eBay seller, you got to watch for this kind of stuff. And I don't know how people sell electronic stuff, because like on eBay, I started eBay back in 2009. So it was like 2009 or 2010. No, it was 2011 actually, because we moved here to this house. And I got rid of my PlayStation 2 with 65 games. It was literally like brand new because I only played it a few times. I really got into more collecting the games than I did actually playing it. And then I never did anything with it. Next thing you know, I think PS3 or 4 was out, you know, I don't know, but I sold it. And once the people got it, they filed item not as described. It doesn't work. eBay forced the return. I got their junk crap back in 25 games that I had no idea what they were, but that's how it rolled. eBay, they side with the buyers. So I just hope that if you're selling on eBay, that this will help you. I'm not doing this video to teach people how to rip off eBay sellers, but I can't tell you guys that without telling you that. Other people are going to watch that. And that's one of the games that they do. So that's how you screw a seller on eBay, and that's how a seller gets screwed on eBay. It's the lack of their description and their pictures. And another reason that I don't sell on eBay anymore is because they have no way of linking videos to your listings. Reverb, you can link a video to every single guitar, and you can show them the little scratches. You know, even if they can't see it on camera, you're telling them it's there, you know. So when Reverb goes back and they look at an item not as described, I got 25 pictures. I got a full type up description, you know, and I have a video of it. So if you're going to sell equipment like, you know, anything for a band or whatever, stay off of eBay, go to Reverb. That's the way to go. But if you're going to sell on eBay, Reverb too, but eBay, make sure you use every single picture that you possibly can. Even if you already took a picture of the bottom, take a picture of the bottom at 2 to 3 different angles. Use those 12 pictures. Because like I said, I could have took this poor guy for a ride and got money back on this case if I was a snake, and that's what I was doing. I was out to try to get things really cheap and just, you know, work people over. I could do that over and over and over on eBay. I could just go through listings and I could pick out tons of them where I'd know if I buy this, I can get money back on it. And I just don't do that. So, yeah, and the guy had me butt sore over the acoustic case, and I almost taught him a lesson. My wife said it ain't worth it. I wasn't going to cut it or nothing. I was just going to make him return it, sit on it till the last day, but it ain't worth it. But I might as well tell you guys, if you're selling on eBay, you gotta be careful, because that's what can happen to you. Just your lack of description, your lack of pictures, I mean, that will screw you. Make sure you describe every single thing you can, or you'll get taken. And this seller here that sold the acoustic case to me, that wouldn't cancel the transaction, blah, 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 that guy's gonna get taken for a ride. It's just a matter of time. He's a new seller. I was looking at how long he was on there, his feedback scores and all that. He's brand new to the game, and he's going to get taken for a ride for if he doesn't start fixing his listings. This guy here is fairly new too. And again, pictures, description, be careful. So I hope that helps you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time.